Okie dokie, let's go and jump some ranked games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. And it looks like we are playing the Ranger with our Viney basket. And we start off with a piggy bank and a hammer, which is amazing. Hammer on sale, we're definitely going to be taking it and we're going to be smashing open this piggy bank. Now we could keep it and increase our stun chance on our hammer, but I kind of want to smash them open to get as much money as possible. Let's go ahead and grab you and you too. And I'm going to roll. Another piggy bank that I do want to smash open really, really badly. And I really want to take it right now. So I'm going to take the garlic. We're going to speed that up. And we're going to take our extra piggy bank also. Let's go ahead and grab our storage. And with that, this is going to be a round one.
Okay.
So it should be kind of decent. We're going full on in value. We should be able to get some max life. And we should be able to deal some big old damage with our hammer. And hell yeah. 2 shots. Not bad. And we're going to get our free monies. Let's sell it. Let's go grab our storage. Let's go ahead and grab an extra stone. And should we grab another funny pack? I think so. We're going to roll from here. I kind of want to grab the eye lamp with unidentified amulet. I'm going to take it. Increasing our accuracy on a hammer is going to be huge win con for us. And also the amulet darkness is going to be incredibly fantastic too. Now I was actually thinking about moving on with this sort of situation, having as much nature items in our Viney basket as possible. I mean, we got no real heals except for our little tiny healing herbs, but Amulet of Darkness kind of wants to sit in here now. I did want to have our garlic. Maybe we should have it this way. And I think that might be a small bit better for us. And with that, we are definitely going to venture on. Crack it open this piggy bank, get as much money as possible. And we could have saved it for next round if we managed to get ourselves a piggy pinata. And holy moly, that hammer do so much damage there. It was kind of amazing. Now let's go and sell it. Now we could also go for ThornBurst. And just try to go full on stuns. We stun our opponents, we stun our opponents. I'm kind of very tempted to take it. And you know what? I will actually take it. Now one thing we are lacking is a big old banana, which we're also going to be taking. We're going to take even more storage. I'm looking at this potion, thinking about taking it. And you know what? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to roll once more. We probably want to start stacking in some luck too. And I do want to craft up this strong stone skip pop. Now we don't necessarily have a way to really use it just yet, or to activate it, but I kind of want to keep it and potentially go for some big block potions that inflict a bunch of spikes at the very beginning. So we could try to go for hammer, poison dagger type situation. And this hammer's actually putting in some serious work. But hey, let's grab more storage. Let's go and grab this. Hammer to life. Not exactly what I was looking for. We rolled once. And I think we save our gold. We save our gold to try and look for some daggers next round, even though I do want this set blueberries. But we do need to find ourselves some way to activate our stone skin pots by grabbing other potions, to grabbing some block. All options that we do want to take really badly. But can we take on this pyromancer? I mean, they got flame up. They're being super greedy with box of riches. Guard power could give them their power. But hell yeah. This hammer putting in awesome work. Now speaking of awesome, there's an armor that we can trigger our stone skip pot. There's also a hell pot too. I'm going to take bow. I'm going to take bow. I'm going to roll once, looking for a dagger, which we didn't get. I'm going to sell this as much as I want to keep it to grab ourselves a stone. And I'm tempted to grab a stone helmet too. Or do we roll looking for that dagger? Or do we save our gold? I'm going to roll once. That's a dagger. Hell yeah, we got extremely lucky. It's also another eye lamp to scale up that damage even more on our hammer. If that's something we want, I think we want to prioritize trying to grab as much daggers as possible, because rare is going to be our best option next round to find it. We should also place our stone instead of our amulet of life or our star of courage. We get that increased healing efficiency also. But I mean, also the amulet of darkness, I have to give credit for it, because with the hammer, it means our hammer can hit for 16 damage and then another 7 on top, which is 23 damage, and that is quite significant at this point of the game, for sure. Now speaking of quite significant, it has 2 shell totems, but the only DPS is going to be from a single stone, which our hammer is scaling up thanks to the eye lamp. So we should have 100% accuracy also, so it guarantees that our hammer is going to smash and amazing. Now let's grab our dagger, let's grab another health pot, let's go and grab another fanny bag, and I really do want to roll. The unfortunate thing is, I think we're going to just have to move on with this. I'm just going to have to move on with this. Not ideal either. But it is what it is. We kind of would have rather have our dagger being tagged with our Arm to Darkness when our hammer does activate, gets a stun, and then our dagger does hit. Then we can get a crazy combo if we get super lucky with our Darkness. Now our opponent does have the shield eating up our stamina, making our hammer hit less often. But hell yeah, we can still manage to win out. Overall, not too bad. Now crits is going to be amazing for us. We gotta take it. We gotta take it. We gotta take our stone. We gotta roll, try and find our dagger. We could take a second. That's a freaking poison pot. We can craft up a poison dagger already. Holy moly, that's insane. I really want to grab this, but I also really want to roll looking for the daggers because we're kind of behind in our dagger situation. So we either sell our stone to grab our fanny pack, or we keep this in our shop as I roll. It was definitely worth it. And even more lucky if I'm going to be honest. But I did move our crits to this position that we're going to have our Arm to Darkness in the spot as well, targeting our dagger. And we should have 5% crit chance. So if you get even more lucky and get 5% crit chance on all this with our hammer activated to stun our opponents, then our dagger activates at the same time, and then we activate 2 ghosts of Arm to Darkness, being our hammer and our dagger, but also get 5% crits and all, we have the potential to do some insane damage. But that's if you get incredibly lucky. And right now it's looking neck and neck. Our opponent does have a lot of damage, but hell yeah, not too bad. Definitely not too bad. Now I really want to go Poison Ivy. One, because I do want to grab ThornBurst to get some spikes. It's going to be very slow, but we also have our Stone Skip Pot, which we can get a ton of spikes from this, and we're going to get a Poison Dagger. So that's exactly what I'm going to take that for. I'm just going to grab our Poison. That's another freaking Acorn Collar. And grab another dagger. The only problem is we just don't have the storage for it right now. But it is super tempting. Grabbing those red collars is crazy important for us. Unfortunately, I think I got to roll. We got to roll. We got to take our piggy bank. We got a pretty bad storage for us, not gonna lie. And we could grab some corrupted crystals if we inflict a turbo amount of poison. I think we got to roll again though. Now we could go for some spectral daggers. We could grab the heroic pot. The heroic pot could be nice with a strong stone skip pot if we want to. I think we just venture on with this. I'm not going to put in our other dagger, which might be a bit of a misplan. But I also moved our potion situation like this so we can get more spikes off. We get 11 poison off the rip, which is really awesome. And we get our stuns off. But our opponent does resist quite a bit with the Dancer Dragon also. With 26 heat, this is going to deal 35 DPS. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to survive this one. Unfortunately, it does so much damage that we could be in trouble because of that. When I say we could be in trouble, it is looking like so. Definitely so. They did manage to cleanse a lot of our poison, unfortunately. 2. But then we got a Poison Dagger. We got a bunch of coins. We grab another fanny pack. We roll again. We can grab a second hammer if we want to. And we could try to craft up some strong hell pots. Right, let's grab a protective little purse. I'm not going to take it. That's another freaking dagger, which I'm going to take. And we're going to take our increased, our bit of luck. Another hell pot we could take, but again, not as interested in it. I really do want this. It's a point where I almost want to sell one of our hell pots for it. As mad as that is. Or do we sell our garlic for it? We wouldn't really be able to craft it up either way, so I'm going to take our protectable purse. We're going to take it in the next rounds. And I'm going to venture on with this. Definitely so. With a bunch of strong stone kip pots, we can get a bunch of spikes at the very beginning, inflict that poison from the rip. That's for sure. But once we drop below half HP, we can trigger hell pots, give us our block, inflict more spikes, stack up more poison. But it does take us way too long to get our poison, so our hammer dagger action can deal some massive, amazing damage. And it's looking super close, and hell yeah, we barely managed to win that one out. Now right now, Bagtacular is looking pretty darn decent since we got so much freaking fanny packs, protect little purses. Otherwise, blood manipulation is also not bad here, but Bagtacular giving us a ton of buffs from our bags. I think I'm going to take it for now. Also, taking this at full price is really bad for us, because right now we're going to get a ton of sales. For sure. We're also going to take another fanny pack. But I'm also considering grabbing this helmet right here. Stop our opponent from healing. I think that's probably going to be our best bet. We're going to reserve this. Take our stone. Sell one garlic to roll once more. And actually crafting up a corrupted armor to stop our opponent from removing those buffs could actually be better for us. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Our hammer's going to be going way too fast for us, so we could be definitely in trouble with our stamina. We'll see, that's another freaking double axe with the skills with an ice dragon. That could be kind of scary, but we do start off with 14 poison right now, which is really, really awesome for us. And that's up to 22 poison. We should be able to deal more damage with our hammer dagger action. Now, they do get invulnerability, thanks to the long crown. And if they do survive till fatigue, they're going to get massive, massive life. And unfortunately, that life is going to save our opponents. So we do end up losing another life, but it is what it is. We're going to finally take a stamina sack. We're going to sell you to go ahead and grab this armor also. And I'm also tempted to grab ourselves a White Lily's collar. But I'm just going to take her corrupted armor. I'm going to take her corrupted armor. I think we actually just finally craft up a strong hellbot. Probably should be better off. And I was tempted to grab ourselves this box of riches. I really want to keep our stone to try and get another stone skin pop, but I think we're going to sell it to keep rolling. And that's going to be our helmet. With another little bit of instant luck, I'm going to grab also. But hey, let's venture on. Now, we could have crafted up some lucky pigs to increase our stun chance. That is something we definitely could have done. But hey, up to 13 poison already, 16 poison, definitely not bad. We should be able to deal some big old damage. And get tons of block. And hell yeah. Not too bad. Haven't played a poison hammer dagger build in I don't know how long. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff. We're going to roll. Bagtacular Purse is going to be a lot more block for us. We roll again. And another corrupted crystal. Also more crits. I think right now I'm going to move on with this. We at least have one dark item beside our corrupted helmet. As well as once we craft this up into a corrupted helmet, we're going to have another one. Just stop our opponent from cleansing as much poison as possible. And yeah, we should be able to deal some big old damage, stun our opponents. And hell yeah, let's win out. Definitely not too bad. Now in terms of our DPS, within 8 seconds, we managed to deal 44 DPS. Which is definitely not bad. But in terms of heals, no healing whatsoever. 20 max health gain. And 349 block, which is not bad. Definitely not being a corrupted armor, strong stone skill pots. I actually think we can take this a lot further, potentially. Maybe. Especially now that we got our corrupted helmet too. Well, let's go ahead and grab you. I'm also tempted to grab the prismatic orb. But I don't want to take the storage, but we kind of have to. Because you're going to be another dark item beside our corrupted armor. Now we can also put in holy items to also stop opponents from honestly cleansing those debuffs. But I'm going to rock out with this. At least with our corrupted crystalline, every 7 poison we're going to inflict, we're going to get some block. Now it's going to be quite a lot of poison that we do need to inflict. And we're not going for turbo poison. We're just going for enough poison that our hammer dagger action can deal some big old damage. And just beat down opponents potentially pretty fast. The only thing is we do need our poison stacked up a little bit faster. Now we can also grab this holy armor if we want it also. Now this really wants to sit up here, but then our Amity Darkness is slowly getting worse. Is there anything else we want? Blueberries. I'm actually tempted to grab, even though it doesn't really do too much for us. And another stone skill pot. To the point where I'm going to actually take it. We're going to sell you. We're going to roll. And another amethyst. Because if we grab ourselves an amethyst steel, we're in a crazy awesome position for sure. If we get amethyst spikes or the amethyst wells, it means our spikes do more damage. We also get our poison stacked up a little faster. So it is going to be relatively awesome. And we definitely need our aid in poison so our opponent takes that increased damage. But with a chili cheese Excalibur, well, they don't really have chilies, but with cheese Excalibur, they're going to scale up a ton of max life. So we could be in trouble in that regards. We can stop our opponent from healing so much, but not so much max life. But our poison is stacking up. 40 poison. But again, they get so much damage reduction during battle rage, they stack up tons of buffs. And they're just going to out-heal us, out-stack their max life. And unfortunately, we do end up falling short. Now, this is another helmet too. It's also another rogue bomb. So as for strong health bomb, I'm going to get rid of it. Because I do want to take her rogue pots. I also want to take her helmet, protect the little purse again. We take this too. And it is an amethyst of alchemy. Actually, insane. Literally insane for us. The only problem is I really do want to craft up this helmet this round. So we might want to place it in this position and leave out our stone skin pop, which might be crazy, but I am going to venture on it. We have the potential to reactivate our potions which is going to be amazing for us. Because that's 400 block, should pop off again, 22 poison after rip, which means we're going to deal our big damage. And yes, not looking too bad. Definitely so. 45 poison, 50 poison, and amazing. This is actually looking insane. This amulet, I mean, is turbo nuts for us right now. And I was really hoping to grab more freaking poison pots, which we haven't seen at all. So do we take a mana? Do we take a mana orb to craft up some spectral daggers? I think at this point we probably need to. No, another stone skip pot. I really do want to take it. Let's take our storage, and we're going to sell ourselves blueberries. We're going to take it. So what this is going to do is we trigger these at the very beginning, give it more spikes so we can get our poison off the rip, and yeah, just get tons and tons of block. Now this is not going to be targeting this one, unfortunately, but it's where we're going to have it. 14 poison, 18 poison within 3 seconds is not bad at all. But our opponent does have tons of block. They're going to be slowing us down as well, so we kind of need to beat them down pretty fast. With 6% heal reduction, with 25% increase taking damage. I mean, our poison should also just be able to chip them down, even though they do slow us down by quite a bit. And you know what? Hell yeah. I said that way too early. Now hell yeah. Also, what the hell am I doing? Make sure I craft up a spectral dagger. I do not want a blue sage's collar for any reason. Now let's take our dagger, divine pot, we roll again. I'm also tempted to grab the wonky snowman, but also an unidentified amulet. Now the only reason why I want to take the wonky snowman is because it literally will stop our opponent from scaling so much max life. But I also want to take you to place you in this spot too. And the only reason why I took the divine pot is mainly because I want to put it beside our corrupted armor. But I'm also very tempted to sell it to just go ahead and grab this unidentified amulet, because if it is an amulet steal, holy moly, I think we might have just won the game. I mean, quite literally, I think we just won the game. Because that's going to be insane in power. I'm not going to take the wonky snowman, even though it is on sale. That's a poison dagger. It's also a piggy bank. I mean, I really want to grab this and craft it up, but there's no way that we can get rid of it or craft it up. We sell our mana dagger, we sell our amulet darkness. Well, we could sell our eye lamp. We honestly could sell our eye lamp. And one little bit of luck. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm selling luck feels really bad though. Do we sell a little star of courage? It means our hammer's not going to be hitting too much. Because 5% less stamina on hammers, definitely significant. And each bit of luck is going to be... I'm going to sell our little star of courage. Maybe that was a bit of a misplay, but... Come on, I do want one more poison dagger. One more poison dagger is going to be insane for us. Definitely so. Also going to craft up another spectral dagger. And... yeah, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem winning out with our amulet of steel, because we're just going to get insane in power from the raid, 8 in power, increasing the damage that we do deal, 17 point. We're 1 poison off. We do get it right now, and we should be able to deal some big old damage. The only problem is, it's a lot of cold on us, it's 630 block. We're super defensive, we get our poison stacked up, it does little bits of chip damage. Our opponent is going to be reflecting it, cleansing it with the corrupted armor. So if there is any build that can beat this, it has the potential to be this build. Because with the Shellies, they're going to be cleansing the poison, we do inflict also. And I mean, when I say we won the game earlier, I mean, we're literally going to lose this round. I'm going to speed up because this is just a very slow way to lose. Unfortunately, we actually did end up losing now, which is kind of funny. Definitely funny. Now it's our first bloody collar, bloody amulet, which I would have loved to grab 17 rounds ago. But I'm going to take another fanny pack so we can speed up our corrupted armor. We finally place this in the right spot. We flip this over. And do we just take a divine pot, or do we go for a bloody amulet so we get some vampirism on top of everything also? The divine pot is going to be kind of nice. It just adds in another holy item so our corrupted armor can stop our opponent from cleansing that poison. Another 8% for 7 gold. I'm gonna take it. As mad as it is, come on, another amulet steel. Amulet fortune is actually insane because that will increase your chance to stun, and it really, unfortunately, wants to sit in that spot. That also really wants to sit in there too. But then our amulet steel is going to be in the worst spot also. So we might need to place this back in this spot. Because it's going to increase your crits, it's going to increase your chance to stop our opponent from cleansing those debuffs, increase your stun chance. I mean, it is phenomenal right here. Also, you're going to be another holy item, which I would love to place beside a corrupted armor. So I think I'm just going to roll. As much as I love the Dagger, I think we're just going to roll. Now, another Hellpaw will be nice, another set of blueberries, but more crits, Wonky Snowman, we probably should have taken some Wonky Snowman. But this is possibly going to be our final build. Double Poison Daggers into Spectral Daggers into Poison Ivy type build. Definitely not what I expected today, especially Amethyst Steel, and we'll see if we actually win the game or we're going to lose this one out. Because I did not expect to lose with this sort of setup. But hey, we never know. We are facing an opponent that can cleanse a ton of debuffs with double stun armors, move a lot of scaling damage with a katana, and remove a lot of her buffs. But we didn't get a poison off the rip, which is actually really bad for us because they resisted quite a bit with the Platinum Custom card, as well as the wing boots. But we finally get our poison stacked up, and yeah, we should be able to deal our big old damage. Even though they did cleanse it all, but our Hammer Dagger action should be able to deal some big old damage. And we do resurrect with the Phoenix, but I mean, that should be all she wrote because they have no more heats, and amazing. Definitely amazing. In terms of DPS, we did manage about an 83 DPS, which I definitely expected more with Hammer Dagger action, but they did have some damage reduction. They also had wing boots to cleanse those debuffs to dodge 3 attacks, but we still managed to deal quite a bit of damage, especially with 25% increased damage. I really expected it to be higher. Now in terms of heals, we had no healing whatsoever, 20 max life gains, and in terms of block, we did manage 675 block, being our stone skin pots, strong stone skin pots, corrupted armor, stone skin pots, protect little purses, all adding up. We had so much. It gives insane block. But it is what it is. We did survive 2 lives left. We managed to win our final rounds, and how much rank points did we get? Plus 10, bring us back up almost to Masters once again. But hey, I'm going to have to leave here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribing, and I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back to some round 18 fights, and we're going to see how we can deal with some other builds. We are facing a cursed Hammer Dagger action type builds. We get our 10 in power, we inflict our poison, and we deal some big old damage, and no problem whatsoever. Now, can we deal with a double axe mage? Now, the scary thing is, the Sapphire is going to be attacking through our block. That is for sure. But if you stun an opponent, they can attack, and hell yeah, not too bad. And can we deal with a big old Busted Blade with a 100% crits, with a bunch of daggers, and some damage reduction? And if they attack through our block, I was going to say we were going to get Murder Phase, but hell yeah. And finally, can we deal with a Slime Time, a Rainbow Goober with a big old Great Sword? I mean, it's going to be kind of insane, is it not? And speaking of insane, hell yeah, we managed to beat out a Rainbow Goober.